Hey guys, it's Tina and I am back, and yes, before you ask, this is another haul video. And I know technically I'm supposed to be on a low buy kind of setup, but that not quite work out well for me. And I could like stash the products and hide them and push them under the bed and pretend like, no, I'm doing very well on this low buy, thank you very much. Or I could just come on, confess my sins, ask for forgiveness and not for permission, and just go through some really good things that I picked up and share that with you guys. And I think you guys are actually okay with that, because a lot of people were also like, low buy, no, we live vicariously through you and we want to see new products and what you picked up and what you think about them. So that's what I am here for. So this is for you. It's not really for me, it's for you guys. That's what we're gonna go with. So we're gonna pretend that I'm not just feeding my obsession, but I'm feeding yours as well, which I think I am. So really and truly, we're involved in this situation together, so you're not gonna just leave me out here by myself, right? And I picked up quite a few things, but I really haven't been picking up holiday sets and holiday kits and things that have just been flooding the market for the holiday season. I haven't been picking those up, and I think I might go ahead and do an anti-haul or things I'm not going to buy video, because a lot of you guys have been asking me in the comments, hey, are you picking this up? What are you picking up for the holidays? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Are you going to do a review on that? And I'm just there like, nope. I don't know that emotion. I only know a lot of people have it. So there are quite a few things that I'm not picking up, that I'm not even remotely interested in, and I think that would be a good twist. I've seen people do these anti-haul videos, and I think that might be a good twist and just a different take on a haul video for me, because you know I like to get products. Like, I love to get new products. There's a rush. There's a certain addiction that goes along with this, and we know that. There's a rush and I need help. But for now, I'm just gonna share my addiction with you guys, and you can just, you know, go with me along this journey. I'm just gonna jump into the products that I picked up. I went to ULTA and I went to SEPHORA, so I think I'm gonna do two separate haul videos. So I will link the sister video down below as well as the anti-haul video, and we'll just, you know, talk about makeup through all those three videos. So I'll talk about the products that I picked up from ULTA, because I think ULTA I have the most products from. And a lot of people have been asking me if I was gonna get the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette, and indeed I did. So that's the first thing I'll share with you. Now, the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette is a palette with 32 eyeshadows. 16 of them are matte and 16 of them are shimmer shades. Now, if you're at all familiar with Lorac, then you know that every single one of their eyeshadow palettes are filled with neutral shades, and it's no different here. It's just a ton of neutral colors. And honestly, I really like Lorac eyeshadows. I know some people don't like them because they're very soft. They do get powdery because they are that soft, and they can cause a mess. But I find them blendable. They're very easy to work with for me. Now, if you have a ton of neutrals in your collection already and you don't want to add more to it, then just skip this altogether. I think by now we're able to make conscious decisions and don't just run out and get things just because they look beautiful. I mean, as a YouTuber, that's what I do. I run out and get things because they're beautiful and I want to do a review for you. But I do like the Lorac palettes, and what I liked about this palette in particular when I saw the pictures floating around is that they have mostly medium tones and deeper tones in the palette. Last year they had a ton of light shades, and that to me was not the most universally usable palette, say that 3 times fast, because there was a huge range of skin tones that were overlooked. And I find that this palette touches on most skin tones because it has a ton of medium tones and a ton of deeper tones that you can use for smoky eyes, smoky looks, and you can use them for everyday wearable looks, but they do have a few light shades mixed in as well. So I think most people will find this palette very usable. However, if you're not into these shades, I think that goes without saying now. If these shades don't appeal to you, then don't get the palette. But they have very warm tones. It's very fall-esque. So if you're looking for fall shades, if you're looking for a fall palette, I think this one is really good, and it has really solid shades in here. If you're looking for something to blow you away, like really inspire you to step out the neutral zone, then this is not for you. But if you just want a palette for every day, I think that's a good one. What I'll try to do is break the haul up in categories. So we're gonna stick to eyeshadow palettes. And I did go ahead and pick up 4 Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes. And they call these their Redemption eyeshadow palettes. And I got the Iconic one, which is a bunch of neutral shades that looks very similar to the Naked 2 palette from Urban Decay. It has a variation of light neutrals, it has some bronzy shades, and then it has some smoky gray tone shades. And I think this palette is actually a great one for beginners and for those of you who are looking for palettes in the drugstore. I think these are $7. They're not more than $10, and they were buy one get one 50% off. So I was like, yes, let me try them out. The one drawback for me though, and this is just a personal thing, if you have no problems with this, that's up to you. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but these palettes contain parabens. Now parabens, there's a huge debate on whether or not they're harmful, if they cause cancer. I'm not here to debate that with you. I just prefer to limit my exposure to parabens and limit my exposure to using parabens specifically on my eyes, because I found that my eyes get very irritated when I use products with parabens in it. Like I would use more inexpensive palettes and palettes with parabens, and I found that my eyes were getting really irritated. So I realized that the parabens were irritating my eyes. And that's actually something that happens to quite a few people. They have paraben sensitivity. So I avoid products with parabens. That doesn't mean I won't test these out, try them out, and see how they go, but I try to limit my exposure to the parabens. I'm more concerned about the irritation over the cancer situation, but even then, I'd rather not have parabens in my tear ducts. And parabens, they're very inexpensive. They're very effective preservatives that are used in less expensive products, and there are tons of products out there without parabens. So I can stay away from parabens easily. Make your own choice. That's not up to me. And then I went ahead and got the Essential Mattes palette. Now, if you read on the back of here, it says, for external use only, discontinue use if rash, redness, or itching occurs. It's an all matte palette. Again, it has very light tones in there. It has some neutrals, and it has a couple of mauve tones, a light bluish gray, and a deeper black. And again, they're smooth eyeshadows. They actually feel pretty good and they apply pretty nicely to the skin. So if you're looking for inexpensive alternative to some of the more pricey brands on the market, you can check out Makeup Revolution. I do think they make pretty good palettes. Now, the other palette that I picked up was the Essential Day to Night. And this one has, again, they go from light shades to deeper shades, but this one has a pop of purple and a pop of aqua, and then it has this smoky sapphire, like deep smoky shade, and I thought that was really pretty. And again, very smooth shades. Now there will be 1 or 2 shades in here that aren't the best in pigmentation. They aren't the smoothest, and even so, you would still need to use a primer and just finagle these eyeshadows to make them work for you. Again, they're not gonna be the finest quality because they are inexpensive. Now, the other palette that I picked up is the Unicorns Are Real, and this is the more colorful palette. And this one has a couple of raspberry shades, a couple of reds, a couple of purples, pinks, silver, and some light highlight shades. Again, if you're looking for more of a colorful palette that you wanted to try out, play with some color, see if you could incorporate color more into your looks, then you can go ahead and try this palette out. And what I like to do with inexpensive palettes, and what I recommend for anyone starting out in makeup, is get these palettes, try them out, see what colors work best for you, because you're not going to know right out the gate what you're into, right? You're going to try out different things, experiment, and then when you buy these cheaper palettes, it doesn't matter if you hate the color because you didn't break the bank on it. And then once you get comfortable and you're in your zone and you figure out what colors really work for you, for your eye color, for your skin tone, for your taste, then you can go ahead and invest in higher end products and more expensive products. That's how I like to do it, and that's what I recommend to anyone that's starting out with makeup and starting out with eyeshadows. Now the next eyeshadow products that I picked up are from Fiona Styles, and I wanted to try out their eyeshadow quads. I did a video recently where I used their foundation. They had sent it to me, and they also sponsored a giveaway for that video, so we picked a winner, sent her her product, and I wanted to try more from the brand personally, so I went ahead and grabbed a couple of their quads. They have 4 shadows in them. They have 0.17 ounces, so that breaks down to a little over 0.04 ounces per eyeshadow, so it's less than a small eyeshadow, and these are $28. I like them, like they perform decently, but they don't excite me. The first palette we have up is the Electra palette, which has plummy tones, more of those burgundy fall shades, and nice colors in them. Like, they're really nice, but nothing spectacular, nothing that I'm like wowed by, and I just was like, whatever. And then the next quad that I picked up is the Canyon quad, which has more fall shades, but these are more of those orangey brown shades, and again, nothing spectacular. Like, and the texture of them, it's not like they feel so great and they're so smooth or buttery that I'm dying. They actually felt a little dry when you apply them, and that leads them to be a little dusty. But when I apply them to the eyes, they actually work pretty well, and they are pigmented and they blend out nicely, so they're not bad eyeshadows. I wasn't wowed by them, and I expected a little bit more, so I don't know quite how I feel yet. But the other one that I have is the Oceanus palette, which has more blues and teals in it, and this one has some different shades. These, I think, have that little zest to them, a little bit of sass, because they have dual tones and different shifts to them, and I think this one is really beautiful, and blues are right up my alley. But I'm still feeling them out, still seeing how I feel about them. Now, still sticking with eye products, I'm gonna veer into the cream eyeshadow lane. I also picked up some of the Radiant Aqua Eye Veils from Fiona Styles. They sent me the shade Outpost, which is a great kind of neutral taupey shade. This one has a creamy finish, dries down to almost a matte, very creamy, perfect for an everyday neutral eye. You can just apply this all over the lid and just set it and go, and it gives a great look to the eyes. I also picked up the shade Hudson, which is more of a coppery, bronzy shade. It definitely has a lot of orangey undertones to it. I think a lot of people will like this shade also. If you're into those very warm, very bronzy, coppery shades, this will be a great one. And then you have the shade Arrow, which is more of a deeper brown, like a deep burnt bronze shade. This one is also very beautiful. So here we have the shade Arrow, which is more of a deep, almost like an olivey tone, bronzy brown with a little bit of golden shimmer to it, very slight shimmer. Then we have the shade Hudson, which is more of a coppery brown, so it has a lot of orange undertone to it. And then we have the shade Outpost, which is a taupey neutral shade, which means it shifts between brown and gray. This one is actually great for an all over everyday neutral eye. And these I found, I really like these. These are very creamy, they apply well, they dry down to almost a powdery finish. But for me, with my very oily lids, I do have to use a primer, and I'd rather set it down with an eyeshadow. So using them as an eyeshadow base, very beautiful shades. Those I really enjoy. Now, one of you guys also suggested that I check out the Butter London Glazing Eye Gloss in my recent haul video, and I was like, wow, that sounds interesting. So I saw them in store, I swatched them, I was like getting my swatch on, and I was like, I got you. Now, I picked up 2 of them. I picked up the shade Spark, which is a shimmery golden champagne shade, and I picked up the shade Oil Slick, which is kind of a burgundy base, like a more like a berry base with a teal aqua sheen to it. You've seen those duochrome shades with the reddish brown base and then the aqua overlay. So here you have the shades swatched. Spark is a golden, again, like an old gold shade with a ton of shimmer and sparkle to it. It's really sparkly. That's really, really beautiful. Then we have All Slick, which is a duochrome. That one has a purple base with a teal kind of aqua reflect. That is really gorgeous, and it's really sparkly as well. Now these are a little bit different. These are more of a gel to me. These are not quite a creamy finish or like the Fiona Styles one. These are more of a jelly, like a wet gel, and they give a more sheer color payoff. They're not gonna be opaque, but it gives this sparkle and shine to the eyes. It's so beautiful, especially Spark. Spark is such a beautiful color. I can see wearing this just all over the lid where I do a simple look and I just get a little sparkle on the lid. This is so beautiful for that. So I'm definitely excited to try these out, but I will say these dry out a little bit quickly. Now they do have a little stopper insert in here to help them stay a little more moist than they would if they were just open. And the Fiona Styles also has the little stopper, but these definitely dry out. The testers in store were so dry. So just be careful to really tighten the cap on these if you do try them out. But these are also very beautiful. So I'm very happy with these. I'm very happy I tried them out. So thank you to the subscriber that told me to test those out. Now I know this brand is technically not an Ulta brand, but I did discover it in a drugstore. I discovered this brand in Rite Aid and I wanted to try out their cream eyeshadows. And this brand is Immani, and they are a organic natural brand. I don't know if they're completely organic, but they're definitely all natural. So they use all natural ingredients, and these are talc free and paraben free, and these are their hybrid colors. Now I like this product, but I'm not completely blown away, and they're a little bit pricey, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but I still wanted to try out something from the brand. Now the first shade I picked up is Requiem, which is more of a coppery brown shade, and it has swirls of white, blue, and the coppery brown. And what happens is they have different colors and you swirl it around. Now this one is just a simple color. I'm not really excited about this one. The other one that I grabbed was Codependent, which is another neutral color. This one is more of a light cream, and this one also has yellow gold to it and that white sheen. And this one is also very beautiful. This one I think is more impressive as a neutral color, and you can probably use this as a highlight on the cheekbones as well if you want to venture into things. Now the ones I grabbed from Drugstore, I grabbed the shade Frisky, which is a deep slate gray with silver and that white to it, and it's very beautiful. It's a great smoky color. And again, these are more of a cream to powder finish, so you don't have to set them, but use a primer, especially if you have oily lids like I do, because mega crease everything up. And then the other one I have is Love Addict, which is also a slate gray shade, but this one has swirls of blue in it, so it gives you this beautiful, almost like blue slate look. And this one is really smoky, really beautiful. I love smoky colors, so I love this one. And then the last one we have is No Free Ride. No Free Ride. This one is a teal shade. It has white, green, and this one is also very beautiful. It's more sheer though, so I am not thoroughly impressed with these, especially for the price. You do get 0.14 ounce of product, so you get a lot of product in here. But I'm like, I am still on the fence with these. I'm not really blown away. I don't know why I got so many shades. You know when you get caught up and you're just like, oh my god, it's on sale, just get it? I shouldn't have. I really should not have. Now I did want to mention a couple more eyeshadows that I picked up that aren't from Ulta, but they're more inexpensive brands, more affordable brands. I picked up some Inglot eyeshadows, and you're gonna die when you see these shades. Doesn't this palette scream fall to you? It screams fall. These are so beautiful. I picked up quite a few shades from their What a Spice collection, which is just fall, okay? If you're thinking fall shades, go get the What a Spice collection. I picked up so many beautiful shades from these. These are warm tone browns. They have some burgundies. They have this beautiful, beautiful teal and blue shade, and the pigment is out of this world, and they're so smooth and so buttery. I think Inglot has changed and improved their formula over time. Like the older eyeshadows that I have from them were smooth, they were nice, but they were a little bit powdery and dusty. These are so much better, and they're not as pricey as you would think. They're $7 a piece. You can build your palette, and you do get a good amount of product in here. I mean, this is what, 3 grams of product, which is pretty sizable for an eyeshadow. So I think this is worth checking out, these eyeshadows. I am going to do a swatch and review video of the new shades that I picked up. I won't quite go into the older shades that I have. I don't feel like it's fair to swatch and review those older eyeshadows because it's years later and the performance is obviously not going to be the same. But I'll see how that goes, but I'm definitely going to swatch the new shades. Also sticking to eyeshadows. Oh, by the way, these are my Tarte, what are they called? Do they have the name on it? This is their customizable palette, the magnetized palette with the leopard print. This is so pretty, and it has a great mirror in there. But I did go ahead and pick up some Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Inexpensive, not at Ulta. You do have to get these online. But I went ahead and picked up a few of their new foiled eyeshadows. A lot of people have been asking me what I think about the new formula. Now, I know over the years, I did my review video 2 years ago. So they have improved the formula. They've done little tweaks here and there. And they've come out with new colors as well. So I'm going to test out some of the new shades. There are some beautiful shades here, and the foil formula is really beautiful. Like, nothing against how they look when you swatch them and when you apply them. They are gorgeous and they're buttery and creamy. My problem is they crease, and they crease like a bitch. Like, I can't get them to stay put. So I'm gonna test out these new shades to see if something has changed, something has improved where I can wear them on my oily lids. And I do use a primer, so don't get on me on that. I do use a primer, and we'll just test these out and see how they go. I have high hopes. I'm hoping and praying, because some of these shades, like that green, oh my god, so pretty. And then I went ahead and also grabbed a few of their new matte shades. Now, they released a new matte lineup with fall shades, fall colors, you know, all the warm browns that you can think of that people have been dying over. They're following along with the trend, and I do think Marlena does a good job with her mattes. They have very decent matte shades. A lot of them are phenomenal. They're really pigmented, blendable, really creamy. But some of them get a little loose and can just dust off and go into Never Never Land and fade on you. So over time, I know that has also been improved. So I'm going to try out these shades as well. Her mattes, some of her mattes were the ones that I would, those were my top picks. Like a few of her mattes and a few of her shimmers. So there are a few shades that she does really well, but some just fall flat for me. It's kind of hit or miss depending on the shade you pick up. And then I'll round out the eye products by mentioning some mascaras that I picked up. I actually picked up the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Angel Mascara, which is a comb mascara, and I forget who I heard mention this, but it's someone that I love and someone that I trust, and she mentioned this mascara, and I went out and grabbed it. I was like, I want to try that out and see how it goes. And it has a very interesting brush shape to it, and I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I actually do like this, and it does add volume and length to the lashes, even though I'm like, how the hell is it gonna do that with this brush? But it did really do that, so I'm very happy with that. And I also picked up the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. This one has a different kind of brush. It says it has a push-up cup brush, which just sounds gimmicky to me, but I didn't open it yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot. And L'Oreal also sent me their new mascara. This is the Voluminous Feline Noir Mascara, and this one says Instant Volume Full Lash Density, and I have been using this. I like the length that it gives, and I like that it's nice and rich and black, but I don't think it gives me volume. It kind of clumps my lashes together. I mean, not clumpy, but it doesn't separate them and give them a fullness. So I like it, but I have to use, I kind of will pair mascara. So if I have one that's nice and rich and gives me length and all that, I'll pair it with a volumizing one that's drier, and then just get the best of both worlds. But that's what I would use this for. I don't love it by itself because it doesn't give me the volume that I like, but it does give a nice fullness to the lash, but not like volume that I love. So like it, not in love with it. And they also sent their voluminous liner Nior, and this is their this is their liquid liner. Now I love their, what is it, their super slim liner. I love that. So if this is the same kind of formula with a different brush, I am into it. Haven't opened it yet, but I love their slim liner. So I'm looking forward to trying this as well. And isn't this cute? L'Oreal sent this with the mascara and the liner. It's kind of their feline, because the print on the mascara is like more of a leopard feline print. So they sent this. Isn't this cute? Like, this is a little purse with little cat ears. This is cute. This is really cute. I'm gonna give this to my niece. She would really think this is cute. So look, it has and then you have a little what you call them here? I call them now. But I'm gonna wear them something here. I'm gonna wear them in a look. Ross. No. I have never worn one of these, but might try it out. We'll see. No, don't mess up my hair. Ooh. Now moving right along, let's jump into some of the face products. From Ulta, I also grabbed 2 of the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blushes. In my One Brand Urban Decay tutorial, I did mention that I didn't have any of their single blushes because I've never been drawn to their blushes. And these were on sale during their 21 days of beauty, so it was 50% off. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 shades. I grabbed the shade Bang and Quiver. Bang is a bold in your face bright orangey shade. It's more of a red toned orange, but it's definitely an orange. And then you have Quiver, which is definitely more of a raspberry pink shade. And this is one product from Urban Decay that I don't like. I'm not impressed by. I don't like them at all. Like, I've tried to wear these and they apply patchy, they dust off, they're very powdery, they're almost dry feeling, and it doesn't pick up on my skin. And then the shade range that they have is just like, what is this? So I know they've expanded the range. They have deeper shades now. They have a wider range for you to choose from. But you know when you try a product out and you're like, oh hell no, I'm done, just cut me off, I don't want any more. I'm like that now with these. I'm like, I don't want to try any other ones because I've been let down so bad by these 2. Like, I've been so let down that I'm like, no, we good, no, keep it, no, me no want no more, And since we're talking about face products, I'll go ahead and mention these 3 palettes that were sent to me by Rimmel London, and this is their Kate Moss collection. They have the contour, highlight, and blush quads or palettes, and I did show you the number 3 palette. This is the deepest one that I got for myself. I got it in my last haul and they sent me the other 2, so I have all 3 of them now. And honestly, I like these. They're inexpensive. I really like the darker one is what I used today for my contour, and I really like it. It's really smooth. Well, I wouldn't say it's like the smoothest thing, but it's really nice to apply to your skin. It doesn't apply patchy and it blends out nicely. So really inexpensive. It's $4.99 for these. And while the other 2 are not brown girl friendly at all, and the deepest one is just, if you're deeper than me, forget about it. But if you're my complexion, lighter, if you're medium complexion, then you will like this one. But the other 2 are definitely for lighter skin tone. Here are all 3 of those palettes swatched on my hand. The first one is number 1, the second one is number 2, and then the last one is number 3, which is the deepest one. And the highlight shades look very similar, but the darkest one is more of a yellowy gold. The first one is more of a satiny shade actually, and it has a slight pinky ivory tone to it. Then the second one has more of a yellow gold champagne. For the contour shades, it's interesting because the middle shade seems to be a little bit lighter than the first shade, so that's interesting. And the middle shade seems to have more of a sheen to it, like a satin finish. The deepest one does show up on my skin tone. Barely you can see it in the swatch, but it does give me a little shadowing on my skin. And then the blush shades, they vary a little bit in tone as well, but they're very similar shades. The biggest variation, I would say, is between the textures and the contour shades. If you feel so inclined, you can actually use these for highlighters, and they do have beautiful highlighters in this. So it depends on what you feel like doing, honestly. Your money, spend it all you want, spend it, feel all you want, feel. But what I'm gonna do, since they did send me these, I'm gonna use them for highlight products because they do have a nice subtle sheen to them that I like. So I'm not gonna let them go to waste. I'm actually gonna use them. I like them, right? I also picked up some fun products from Wet n Wild. This is their To Reflect Shimmer palette in the shade Sangria Castles. And these are more like highlight products for my skin tone, definitely. This one is a peachy color with some gold to it. It has a little bronze sheen to it. It's really beautiful as a highlighter. And then we have I'll Have a Cosmo. This one is definitely a lighter champagne with pink reflection to it. This is definitely more icy, probably more suited for lighter skin tones. And this one has a little bit more of a chunky texture, so you can see some of the sheen. But it's really beautiful and it works great as a highlight. And then I picked up Boozy Brunch. This is the one that I really wanted to get, but they had a sale. Like, I got these for like $15 for all of these Wet n Wild products. This one is so gorgeous. It's a light champagne shade with a gold reflect, and it has a little bit of pink undertone too. This one is so beautiful. Definitely check this one out. And since they were having the sale, I grabbed one of their bronzers, and I wouldn't use this as a bronzer for my skin tone. It's definitely too light, but it's more of a creamy powdery finish, and you can use this as a matte highlighter for darker skin. So that's why I got this shade. And I really like how it looks. Do you see it has a little bit of a reflective sheen without being shimmery? I also grabbed two of their contour palettes. This one is the shade Caramel Toffee, and this one has the more yellow toned powder and a caramelly brown contour shade. Now, these won't necessarily work well for my skin tone, but the banana powder is a great alternative to those more expensive powders on the market. And then the contour shade is a very subtle bronzer shade. You can use it as a bronzer or a subtle contour on my skin tone. And then you have the other shade, which is Dolce de Leche. This one is a little bit lighter, but still a light yellow powder with a creamy caramelly powder. You can use it as a bronzer, as a highlight. These shades won't necessarily work for darker skin, but I did want to try out these products from Wet n Wild, and with the sale I really scored these at a bargain price. From Fiona Styles, I also picked up their matte finish foundation concentrate. Now, in the video that I mentioned, I did use the, what was it called? The luminous finish, and it had such a great color match for me. It's shade number 9, so I picked up the shade number 9 in the matte finish because I love matte, I have oily skin, so that's what I'm gonna go for. And this was actually on sale, so I got this for a discount, and I so far really like it. Really good shade match, and I like how lightweight it feels. It's very thin, so I am very interested in this. I want to use it some more and probably do a review because I think this is a good one to try out. And then we'll just go ahead and round out the haul with some lip products. I did pick up two more lip products from Makeup Revolution. I love these lip products. Like, they're so good, and they're $5, and it's buy one get one. Hello? But they all over at Makeup Revolution. Not say a word, not say nothing. So I picked up another one of their lip euphorias. This is like their liquid lipstick that's not a matte liquid lipstick. It's just a liquefied lipstick. And this is the shade Rebirth. It's a rich bright red. It's so beautiful, so creamy, so pigmented for $5. Take it up, listen. Hear me, man. And then I picked up one of their lip amplification lip glosses. Now, their lip glosses are also very pigmented, non-sticky, so I really love this. And I picked up the shade Conviction, which is a deep, like a blackberry shade. It's so pretty, great for the fall. I love wearing deep lips now. I just love it for the fall. I don't know, I've never been into that, but now I'm into it. So I'm loving these, and for $5, like, I can't go wrong. And I also picked up two lip colors from Fiona Styles. These are their Ultra Suede High Intensity colors. Now, I picked up the shade Cherry Street, which is a bright, vivid red. I'm just all over the red shades. If I'm trying a liquid lipstick, I need the red shade. And I picked up a nudie shade. This one is Lenox, and this one is more of a muted rosy pink shade. And I'm gonna try these out. These are liquid lipsticks. They do not dry down matte at all, so don't expect that. These are liquefied lipsticks. Not every liquid lipstick is going to be a matte. There are liquid lipsticks that are just what they say, a liquid lipstick, mean they're just in a liquid form of a regular lipstick. So really bold colors. I'm interested to try out this formula and see how it goes, so I'll keep you guys posted. And then I picked up a few products from ColourPop, again, not from Ulta, but these are a less expensive brand. They're $5 a piece as well. I picked up two of their, let's see, I picked up a ultra satin lip, an ultra matte lip, and then a lip gloss. The ultra matte lip that I picked up is Saigon, which is a bright bold strawberry red. This one, it's a ultra matte. I don't love their ultra matte formula because they can get flaky and dry, but for this color, me sacrifice things, you don't know. And then their ultra satin lip, I picked up the shade Hutch, which is a deep, this one is a like a berry purple shade, and again, a great shade for the fall. This is a satin lip, so it is a liquefied lipstick, but it's more comfortable and not as drying as the ultra mattes, and it does give you more of a satin finish versus a flat matte. And I picked up one of their lip glosses to try it out. I haven't tried their lip glosses yet, so I picked up Fudged, and this is just a caramelly brown lip gloss. It's a sheer, very sheer formula, but I think it would be good for neutral lips. Now with ColourPop, I'm kind of over it because they have so many colors, so many collections, so many things get discontinued, so many shades look like the same shade repeated over and over again, and I'm kind of over it. Like, I'm tired of having to get products all the time, and I won't get into their naming of their products because that's for another video. But I also picked up two of their lippy sticks. I picked up the shade Trust Me, which is a matte X, which I love the matte X formula. I love the matte X formula. It's a matte lipstick. It's flat, like it's a serious matte. It's pigmented, but it's still comfortable. So I really love that. Trust Me is a bright red. Again, so many shades are similar to this. I just don't know what's going on. And I picked up a Rooch, R-O-O-C-H. And honestly, these two shades are so similar, I don't even know. Rooch is a little bit more of a berry shade, like almost like a deep plum. Well, I don't know. The two of them look the same. Irwa, you don't need the two of them. The two of them look the same. And you know what? I like the formula. I decided to try them out. And I also, from Rimmel, I should mention these lip products too. They sent me the Kate Moss collection again. They have 3 lip colors from here. I have the lightest shade is number 41, which is a very light pink, almost nudie shade. Too light for me. I don't know when we are going at that. And then you have 45, which is almost like a pinky nude shade. This one again is very light, but I can mix it. It's a deeper, it's like they're going up in, obviously 45 is deeper. But this one I can mix for a light neutral, but I wouldn't wear this by itself. Oh no. And then 47 is more of a, it's still a nude shade, but it's more of a, what you call it, terracotta nude. This one has a little bit of orange undertone to it. That one is a beautiful nude shade. So I'm interested to try these out, see how it wears, how the formula is, if it's comfortable. So those are all the products that I picked up from Ulta and also from more inexpensive brands. Some of them you can only find online, but they're less expensive, and I decided to just include everything here in this haul. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, saw some new products. Let me know what you definitely want reviews and swatches on. Now I am in school, so videos are a little bit delayed, but I do my best. I try my best to get at least 2 videos up a week. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I will try to get them done for you. So thank you guys so much for watching and so much for your support. As usual, I'll leave a full list of the products mentioned in the description box with links on where you can find them, as well as links to my Instagram and Twitter account, where you should definitely be following me along because we have fun there, right? And yeah, until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.